What a filling mess. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris and this is Restoration Rescue. Like I said, this looks a little messy, but we're going to get that taken care of in today's video. So we have a lot of filler to grind back and make smooth. We did put it on finally last week. Obviously we have some spots here where it's going to flake off easily, or we have to sand off a lot of it. We're just going to try and make it smooth, make it look amazing here, so that we can be ready for our first coat of primer on the entire cab. So once we get that complete, I'm going to start wrapping this thing off. It is pouring rain outside today, which obviously you can't hear because we have this wonderful new mic, so you don't really hear the rain, which, thank goodness for some of these videos, we have had rainstorms here, which have made it almost impossible for you guys to hear me when I speak, which might be a good thing. But we are going to get this thing sanded down. We're going to get rid of all the primer down to making it flat and looking pretty. So let's go in, hop in, grab our sanding block, and start sanding. So we've got the back side of the cab done, this lower cab corner. We got the inside done, and we have the back and as well as the upper sail. We still have a lot to do. As you can see right here, I have down here as well as the whole window channel. And I have the rest of the door frame. The door frame shouldn't take as long, but let's go ahead and start jumping into that. All right, so after multiple hours of sanding back our filler, we have accomplished one of two things. Now the first is we have made the cab really smooth, but the second is we have made a huge mess. I don't know if you saw that, but there is just nothing but dust coming off of us. But the main thing is we have this thing all flat and smooth, looking perfect. I can't wait to get this thing ready for its primer coat. So we have a little bit more to do on the cab outside. I want to scuff it up, and I also want to get rid of some of the old paint still that is hanging around. We also have to go around and get into our panels and tape everything off. We have some new things to cover it up with tape attached to it, so we're going to go ahead and do that at some point and get this thing ready. So unfortunately, as you guys can probably hear behind me, it's pouring rain. So I don't want to get this thing outside and get it in the paint booth, especially since the paint booth is now covered in water. So that makes it extremely difficult to get up. We also have tons of leaves on it. So I do have to get out there, blow out some leaves, and get that taken care of as well. But now what we're going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm just going to take a scuff pad and start scuffing the cab up. That'll give us some good adhesion for our paint. And we have to do a lot of cleaning in the meantime. So we do that, then we'll wipe it down and get this thing ready for next week when we throw down our first level of primer. So I'm a little bit more dirty, but the cab is a little bit more ready for primer. So we came in, we grinded this down. We also took some more filler away on the back side of the cab to get it good and nice and flat. And that was on the passenger side, so that's 100% ready to go. We have a lot more cleaning left to do on the cab, just wiping it down and getting it ready. The roof is absolutely has a layer of dirt on it right now that we need to get off. That is something that we're going to do now. But in the upcoming future, what we have to do is something I want to do to get it ready and make it look even better. So there were a couple spots while we were grinding that I tapped the inside and rubbed away some paint. So I am going to end up having to do is, one, I already have to paint the steering wheel. I'm going to take the steering wheel off and I'm going to repaint the upper part of our interior. So that shouldn't be too difficult. There's some little bit of grinding I still have to do inside that I missed and painted over, which I don't really like, even though it's going to be hidden. So we'll definitely knock that out, make that look even better. I have a little bit more grinding away at the top of the cab to get rid of a lip for the windshield. And that's about it. This cab is very, very, very close to having be complete. We still have some wiring left to knock out. I am working currently on our gauge cluster, which would be nice once it goes in. I have all the parts to put my glove box together, and I have the other part of the seat. So this thing is really, really coming along. Now what we're going to do, though, is we're going to hop up to the top of the cab, and we're going to clean it off so it's ready for its paint, and then we're going to scuff that up a little bit so that it's ready for its primer. So let's go ahead, hop up to the top of the cab, and start cleaning. So we've gotten the roof pretty much cleaned. We've got this whole truck and cab pretty much primed and ready for paint. A little bit more cleaning that we're going to have to do before we get it outside. But that is going to be a wrap for this week's video. We'll see you guys next week when we continue working on the 63. There is a little debate on what we're going to do. Do I just push the truck out and pull out the hood and start working? Pull out a door, start working and get that ready? Or do I rebuild the carb? Or do I drag it in the paint booth and get this first set of primer on it? I don't know exactly what I'm thinking. I think I might just push it out and rebuild the carburetor so that I can drive it into the paint booth and make this a lot easier on ourselves than me having to pull it across the lawn with my truck. So I think that's probably what we're going to do, but stick around and make sure you check us out. Make sure you guys like the video, make sure you comment on the videos, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out any other videos that we post or any shorts that we do during the week. So we'll see you guys next Saturday when we continue working on the 63. See you next Saturday.